Our team has been working very diligently over the past few months, and we are very excited to have the opportunity to present to you all today. For those who don't know, we are a team of 8 high school students from various parts of Nashville advocating for youth independence, bus ridership, and voice. We hope that this presentation will give a better insight into youth perspectives regarding the WeGo public transit system. Next slide, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Marie. I'm a senior at Nashville School of the Arts, and I have been riding the bus for about 6 or 7 years now. And also, I'm sorry if I cut in and out. I've been having some technical difficulties this morning. And first, we're going to take a look into the STRIDE program. STRIDE is a program that allows high school and middle school students to access the bus for free. In order to use STRIDE, students must swipe the back of their school issued ID while entering the bus. This program allows thousands of students to access transit who might not otherwise be able to. This helps them get to school, jobs, and extracurriculars for free. Overall, it is a really valuable program for the youth. And personally, for me, I've used Stride since I was in about the fifth or sixth grade. And without it, I may not have been able to ride the bus for as long as I have. Next slide, please.
Hey everybody, my name is Emma Dulaney. I am graduated from Hume Fog. This is my third year on the team, and I've been riding the bus for about 6 years in total. So today I'm going to go over some data with you guys regarding the youth ridership trends that we've seen over the past few years. Some of this data will be collected by WeGo, and some of it is actually collected by our team. The first piece of data I'm going to go over with you guys was Stride ridership trends from 2014 to 2019. WeGo Public Transit gave us this data to analyze and decipher trends out of. As you can see, from 2014 to 2016, there was an overall increase in youth ridership. However, after 2016, we see a general decrease. Now, this could be for a variety of reasons, and we really can't be certain why we're seeing this. However, our team does have a couple of guesses at why this is happening. First, we think that there may be a lot of stereotypes regarding public transit that is causing the overall number of students willing to ride the bus to decrease. We've personally heard students talk about how they think it's unclean and unsafe, and we think that with these perceptions being out in Nashville, it's making students less likely to access public transit. Another thing that we believe could be causing this is a lack of information from schools regarding public transit. I know when I was in middle school, I heard all about WeGo, we had flyers, there were teachers that were telling us about it. However, after the initial wave of Stride information was pushed when I was in middle school and we all entered high school, we never really heard about it again. So I think a lot of other students may be experiencing the same thing I experienced, and that there just wasn't much communication after the initial implementation of Stride, and that may be also causing less students to access public transit. Next slide, please. So to try to figure out what trends we're seeing with public transit, with students, how they're feeling about public transit, our team actually went out into Nashville a couple of years ago to Opportunity Now trainings and gave students a survey to see how they felt about the public transit system. One of the questions we asked them was, what information have you received from your school regarding public transit? As you can see from the survey results for both bus riding students and non-bus riding students, most students have received no information from their school. We think that having a building where the students are every single day, having teachers that they trust, and having staff that can easily give them information is a great resource to distribute the public transit information we want them to receive. We can help have flyers or information that they can use to help figure out how to access the public transit system and become more comfortable with it. We think that if we use this resource, more students will begin riding public transit. Next slide, please. Another question we asked at the Opportunity Now trainings was, do you feel safe riding the bus? We only asked this question to bus riding students because they were the only ones who had had actual experience. As you can see, a majority of students did feel safe accessing public transit. However, 40% still did not feel comfortable on our bus system. We really think that if more bus riding students feel safe on the public transit system, non-bus riding students will feel more inclined to access the system. Next slide, please.
Hello, my name is Tola and I'm a junior at MOK, and I've been riding the bus for 7 years. For this survey, we asked this question to both sets of parents or students. And as you can see, for the non-bus riding students, they they felt like their parents, majority felt like their parents did not feel like they were comfortable with them riding the bus. However, for the bus riding students, they felt like their parents were. Majority felt their parents were comfortable with them riding the bus. I know for me, until my parents rode along with me from the bus route to my house to the bus station and from the bus station to my school, that's when they saw how safe the bus was and they started allowing me to ride the bus by myself. However, we know that every parent doesn't have this ability to do it. To sum it up, the more comfortable parents are with their student using transit, the more likely they will allow their child to use it. We need to continue to provide information to parents about WeGo because this information will hopefully allow for parents to feel more comfortable with their child using the bus as a mode of transportation. Next slide, please. As we saw from the previous slide, the parents of the non-bus riders were not comfortable with their child riding the bus compared to the actual bus riders themselves. This could reveal how non-bus riders and their parents may not be as aware of how safe the city buses are. Due to the current pandemic, WeGo has implemented mask wearing as of May 18th to protect the bus riders. And in terms of general safety, each bus has been equipped with not only cameras, but well-trained WeGo employees who can support students in need of help. And I know for me, I always developed good relationships with my bus driver. So anytime I had a route change, I would just let them know and they would notify me when I'm at the stop or the place I'm supposed to be. It is important for parents and students to be aware of the safety of public transit so that they can consider the bus as an option of transportation. Next slide, please.
Once people are more aware of the safety within public transit, they can take advantage of the three main benefits, which include environmental benefits, social benefits, and a chance for new opportunities. Public transit is a benefit for the environment due to the buses conserving energy, the decrease of traffic, and the decrease in the amount of CO2 emissions. This is important to some of the youth who are conscious about the environment and its effects on the atmosphere. Public transit is a benefit for social skills because it teaches the youth valuable skills such as time management, independence, and self awareness. It even serves as a connection to the greater community. I've grown independently, having to rely on myself to keep track of time, get on the correct bus, and staying aware of my surroundings. It has also connected me to my community, whether that be making connections with other children or even adults. The transit system allows students greater opportunities to access extracurriculars, attend schools outside of their zone, and academic or sports meetings they otherwise wouldn't be able to attend. Personally, for me, I was able to attend a school outside of my zone, have access to transportation for marching band, and my mom rides the bus as well. So she saves gas and she's contributing to the environment by not placing chemicals from her vehicle into the atmosphere. Next slide, please.
We feel that these benefits are fundamental and important aspects of WeGo that often go unnoticed by most MNPS students and parents. This creates a big question for us. How do we increase youth ridership? And one approach that we came up with to that question was to engage students around Nashville with transit by providing them with informative resources about transit as well as its benefits. This way, students have a better understanding of how to best utilize our public transportation system. And personally, for me, this is a very important and fundamental approach because I know when I first started riding the bus, which had to be ninth grade, the beginning of ninth grade, uh, and as well as that summer, I was very ill informed about the basics, like what time my bus came, what time it left the station, where it came, et cetera, et cetera. And it left me very, I had no very uncomfortable with riding the bus, um, and really just really low confidence in what I was doing. When I woke up in the morning, And it took something as simple as my neighbor just telling me, hey, your bus, you can sit here and wait here for your bus. It wasn't a stop, so I didn't know any better. There was no sign by it, but she told me, hey, you can stand here and wait for your bus, which is right on my corner, which saved me a long walk. And something as simple as me having a bus tracker app, or even the pamphlets that they have down at the station, just that little bit of information gave me a lot more confidence in being able to, wake up and know what I need to do and know where I need to be, and at what time I need to be there. So I know, especially for students that are returning, and as well as parents, just being able to provide them with the information that they need, as little as it may seem to us, and as simple as it may seem, goes a really long way. Another conclusion that we came to after analyzing surveys and talking to our peers was that parents had a major influence on students' perspectives on the bus. And so we concluded that by familiarizing parents with transit, as well as its benefits, parents would feel more comfortable in turn with allowing their child to ride our transportation system. These are only a few challenges that we face on our mission. There are still many issues, such as stereotypes and et cetera, that stand in our way, but we intend to continue to advocate for transit to the best of our ability, because we know that if we continue to advocate, both students and parents will eventually be able to see the benefits that our wonderful transit system has to offer. Next slide, please. We hope that this presentation gave you all a better understanding of our progress, as well as our goals for the future, and that you will take the information that we've given you today back into your communities to advocate for transit and therefore help students reap all the benefits that it has to offer.